Let's start the episode, huh?
Okay.
Let's start this freaking episode. What's up, Ghosties? Thanks for tuning in on another Monday. Brad and I are vibing. So many good things just going on right now. One of them, Rachel, I just did premarital counseling for the first time ever.
Oh, yeah.
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And
hopefully not the last time ever, but like, hopefully this is your one time going through the course.
This is, Rachel and I talked, we planned this, this is our only session. Yeah. Our only 9-week session of premarital counseling. This is it. We got to make the most of it. And we did, because right away they're like, can we get some volunteers? And I didn't think Rachel would necessarily be the type to volunteer, but she was like, "Guy, let's do it." And I was like, "Oh, I'll do it." And so we volunteered, and we didn't know what it was for. We went up there, and yeah, I think kind of like you said, just make the most of it.
Absolutely.
We're only gonna do this once. We don't even know any of these people.
Sure.
And so we get up there, and there's like 4 or 5 couples, and he's like, "Okay, the task is I'm going to give each of you a poem.
Okay.
The goal, men, is to read your poem as good as you can for your lady in front of everyone."
Okay.
So there's probably like 50, 60 people in the room. Just got in there. Haven't talked to anyone. Don't know anyone. Got to like read this poem.
Okay.
And I get to go last. Huge benefit.
Oh, yeah. Because you can see like, how is everyone else going to handle this thing? How can I be better
what's kind of the vibe? And so I didn't want to like go crazy and just, go full theatrical, because this is like, we're here to like, whatever. But still wanted to win. I didn't know what the prize was. Didn't know really what the rubric was, but I still wanted to win. I want to have the best poem reading.
Yes.
And so they're like, "And you, what's your name?" "Jake." "Okay, Jake, let's hear it." And first move I did, said, "Do you mind if I pull out some chapstick?"
Oh, I thought you were going to pull out your phone and like play some music or something.
I was going to do that, but then they started playing music for us anyway.
Oh, great.
Or else that was going to be a move.
Yeah.
What music would you have put on?
I don't know. Let's think. Something instrumental, like...
I was going to say It's Going Down by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Yeah, but the instrumental version is what I was thinking. I would do something like Jim Brickman on piano. Meet me in the club. It's going down. You like have
I'm reading the poem, just That is a visual joke for those watching on YouTube, but it did look good. So anyway, I pull out some chapstick.
Yeah.
First risky thing, and they're loving it. I was like, "Oh, I got them." And so I put on the chapstick, and then I read this poem, and I'm just like playing it up as much as I can do, and I'm acting like I couldn't figure out the word precipice, and they were loving it. It was great. Gave Rachel a little like with my unchapped lips.
Yeah.
And anyway, when it was all said and done, then they voted publicly. We could see everyone who voted. And I'm proud to say, Brad, for those watching on YouTube, you could see I have the certificate right here. Brad, what does it say?
Wow. Merge Ministry from Abundant Life Church proudly present to the most romantic man.
That's right, baby. Coop family, you're getting a good one. Most romantic.
Gonna be a good marriage.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. That's fun, man. Most romantic, I mean, in the flesh.
It feels good to be the most romantic man. I've been the most romantic man for 2 days now.
Yeah.
And it's not bad.
Have you noticed, like, you don't just leave a house, like leave a room anymore and Rachel's around? You have to like, do rose petals on the ground.
It's affected my behavior.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, left, right.
You haven't told me about it, but I could just feel something's been different in your aura lately.
Yeah, my aura.
Yeah, like even towards me, like you have like this platonic romanticism about you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I held the car door open for you this morning when you got here, which I do sometimes for you. But
I mean, but not as often as you've had recently.
That's right. Yeah. Dude, speaking of aura, it's spelled different, but there's a ring company that sells fitness rings called Aura.
Okay.
Oura.
Uh-huh. And
I think I'm into it.
Really?
Like they make rings.
You're gonna be a rubber ring guy?
No, not rubber.
What kind of
this has like fitness tracking in the ring.
No way.
Yeah.
Not like this, like an advanced, like high tech ring.
Yeah.
I was thinking like those ones that you find that like
silicone.
Yeah. The Quaalos of the world.
No, not going to be a silicone guy.
Okay.
This is like a metal, like titanium ring, I think.
It's like Whoop for rings.
Yes.
Really?
And I think it's even more accurate than Whoop.
Because it's on your ring finger.
Yeah.
That's like the most accurate part of your body for tracking.
Hey, you go to the doctor, where do they take your pulse from?
Yeah.
Fingy.
They're
Where
like-
do the good doctors take it from? Ring fingy.
Yeah, I used to have to get physicals and they would touch my ring finger and say, turn your head and cough.
Dude, if you know, a lot of people think CAT scan, you got to stick your head in. The best doctors, they know, stick your ring finger in. Now you got to keep it steady, but just stick your ring finger in.
And it's even more accurate if you're only going ring. So you just puncture that bad boy in there, and you're like, all right,
still.
Yeah. Now bring it up.
And they say, it's benign. So
you were gonna just have a ring finger. What was Aura?
Yeah.
Okay.
I DM'd him from Jean Shorts today too.
Perfect.
Told him we were huge fans, which I am. I mean, look at this free advertising.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, because I also am really adamant. Like, I don't want it to look like technology. I don't want it to look like wearing a fitness ring. Like, it needs to. At least on the website, it looks like. I mean, they've got black, silver, gold, rose gold, if that's your thing.
Yeah.
But I think we're just getting a nice classic gold ring.
Okay. Cool.
But little do you know, it knows my heartbeat.
But little do you know, it told me everything about my sleep last night.
Yeah. I think it like tracks like your diet, your calories, and it's going to be fun. Because I think most, there's some wives out there that probably want their husband to wear their ring so they don't cheat on them. Mm-hmm. Rachel will know that if I wear this ring, I won't be cheating on my diet.
No, nothing.
No. Yeah. So, I mean, you talk about security.
Because it can track your diet right from that ring.
Well, I mean, that's the
thing. Like, if you touch it, like you can, like if you drink like out of a straw, it'll tell you like, okay, there's some condensation on this ring.
Yeah.
Or if you touch the food, like,
but food itself, it knows the food really well.
Because that's the thing. Food, tiny particles of food always get in your ring. I have to be cleaning my ring of pizza every single night, and so like, it would know. It
does recommend like, hey, if you go to places and you normally get the salad, could you get like a wrap? Yes. Something that you can really hold, like fork, is another layer.
Right.
But yeah, if you can hold it, it could track it.
Dude, yeah. How does it get recharged? Like, does the battery, is it solar?
Not quite. Have you heard of lithium?
Yes.
Michael Scott gave some kids some lithium batteries.
They're
lithium. And they said the battery charges like up to 7 days, or like it's a 7-day charge.
Okay.
So I'm thinking I just take a shower once a week.
Yeah.
While I'm in the shower, plug it in.
Yeah.
Easy.
Sabbath shower.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about me.
You and your aura.
Yeah, that's my aura.
Yeah.
What are you going to buy?
What am I going to buy? I'm going to buy... Oh, I had an idea for a wedding gift for you. Dang it. And I forgot it.
Was it ping pong paddles?
Do you need those?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you find it on like Target registry, you think?
Stop.
I had the conscious thought today. I was like, I'm not going to mention the wedding registry thing. And I was wrong. I lied.
I kind of walked you into that on accident. Yeah. Shout out my best friend from high school, Casey Cornelius, bought us a ping pong table. And but we forgot to register for ping pong paddles, so I was just going to go to Shields today and get them. But.
Are you pips out or pips in kind of guy?
Excuse me?
Do you not know about pips?
Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Do you know, he's a K2 guy, Daniel Hageman?
No.
You know him? Dimchek's friend. Okay. I was asking him, I was like, dude, how's like residency, med school going? And he's like, a little nervous. Yeah, Dimchek's like, yeah, he's got a speech this Saturday. And he's like, it's not really a speech, it's more like pimp questions. And I go, what? And he's like, pimp questions. And I'm like kind of laughing. He's like, I mean, yeah, I guess that has another context. I'm like, yeah, not like, oh, I guess you could take it a different way.
It's like, when I'm just on the streets on the corner and people are asking me questions about stuff. It's like, what?
Basically, I get a few girls to answer some questions, and then they give me a percentage of the questions they answer.
What does that mean?
Snoop D-O-double-G. I really couldn't get to the bottom. I don't know why it's called pimp. He was just like, it's like, honestly, it sounded kind of fun. It's like I'm going to be butchering this for anyone in med school, anything. Okay. I see it as it's like a pop quiz.
Oh,
like you could be doing something in the operating room, and there could be like someone who's like an actual doctor could then like give you a quick like pimp question, like, hey, let's say this is actually different. Why would you have to remove some of her rib to do this? And you have to like know the answer,
like real quick.
Yeah.
Because he's had bronchitis when he was 18.
Yeah, it's like TSA pretest.
Yes,
like we did last week.
Do you think it's like one of those like unfortunate acronyms or something?
Yeah, it's like personnel intelligence. Medical
professionals.
That's it.
Yeah. Interesting. Now,
sorry,
I'm using the word
question.
pips in or pips out. So there's two different kinds of paddles, and often it's like either side. But I'm a big fan of the pips. Those are like the little dots,
kind of like a basketball. Oh, that was scary. That cord just fell.
Kind of like this. Like Yeah, exactly. Like it's either smoother or not as smooth.
Oh, you got to go smooth.
No, you don't, dude. You're a spinner.
Of
You're
course.
Like, no, I don't. I'm like, two hands on the ball, just nice, nice fundamental jump shot.
There's no touch on the pips. That thing fires off there.
No, but you can, if somebody gives you a nice spin, you can, with pips out, you can, return it.
Negate the spin?
Negate the spin.
I don't know. I mean, look at any like the high end ping pong paddles, any of the professional level ping pong paddles, any of the pros.
Yep.
They're all using pips out.
But there are some that have both. There's a hybrid.
What?
Pip.
Like in fib?
Like one side's pips in, one pips out.
Never seen that.
Yes. Never.
Why would they do that? That's like saying the baseball bat is like half composite, half normal.
Well, because on one side, it's like, I bet if you're that good, you're thinking in your head, like
all right, backhands, I need more power.
Yeah.
I go pips out for backhands.
Dude, I'm a huge pips out guy.
All right.
And I'm not that good at ping pong, so take that as you will. Like I can like hold a volley, but I never like beat somebody with a cool spin because I'm always pipping.
Pippin'
They
ain't
call
easy.
me Scotty, yeah.
I was surprised. Maybe I talked about this on the podcast, but there were a couple things on our registry that I was like, people are going to think that like, oh, these are the items that Rachel let Jake pick.
Yeah.
And there's a few of them, and they were not. Ping pong was one of them. Rachel was like, I really want a ping pong table. I was like, okay, great. People are going to think I registered for that.
You have a great basement for the ping pong table too.
Yeah, low ceilings, but
that's okay. I don't.
You haven't seen me play.
You haven't seen those pips get it in. Really
dude. One thing we
up.
haven't talked about. Everyone's got to go on YouTube. I kind of forgot it. We're already used to it.
The vibes are up for a reason.
Phase 2 of the studio almost complete.
Yes. We'd say 95%.
We got some shelves to put in behind us, but
shelves and a little more.
Oh yeah, second coat of paint on the wall behind it. You guys got to come check this out. I know that's annoying. You're sitting, you're driving to work right now, but I promise you're going to be proud of us.
Yeah.
Look at this, dude. It's so fun.
We've been working hard.
Brad built the table. Brad got a rug from a thrift store. He got these sound panels from, I think, some high schoolers or something.
Yeah, it was this acoustic company that accidentally ordered their like stuff twice for a school district they were working with.
We got some fake greenery in here. We got lights. Rachel and I painted this wall last night. It needs a second coat, but it looks and it just feels awesome in here. It feels like a real studio. It's really cool. And
preview for next Monday, we're going to have a new character, aka new person in our life.
Phase 3. That's what I always had in mind.
Yeah.
Phase 3.
So
yeah. And I think you guys are going to like it. I actually don't want to spoil it. I just want to say, if you've been with us in, since at least 2020, you're going to appreciate.
If you were with us for Amish Jams, you're going to appreciate this. How about that?
Because we want to make the studio nicer. We want to kind of upgrade our stuff, reinvest some money into the business. But at the same time, let's not forget where we came from.
Yeah.
Baby.
We got to remember the good old days.
Yeah. So yeah, go check it out.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/ the slash you still have on your computer. Ghostrunners podcast.
I put my slash back on, guys. Can I be honest about it?
You pips back.
I pipped it back in.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's been a fun week. We've been working on the studio a lot this week, and
dude, it's been fun. We haven't done like any Jean Short stuff. All we do is a podcast. It's awesome.
Yeah. We've had some really encouraging talks with sponsors. We have a great new sponsor coming. We'll talk about later today.
Just had another call with a really fun one that the ladies are really going to love.
Hello. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, anyway, it was fun. Yeah. I built this desk basically, kind of in 2 days, but yeah, mainly yesterday. And it was so fun. Like I haven't been in the shop much lately.
Like December was the last time you were really doing stuff
really
consistently.
Grinding. Yeah. And so, it was fun to like build, but it was also so fun to be around my family more. Like it was a pretty nice day outside, and Catherine's 1,000 hours outside trying to like push the kids outside as much as possible. So the kids are always outside anyway. And it was just so fun for them to be around and like to be able to watch them, but also work at the same time. Cause obviously we can't do that very easily over here. We've been trying, but Hattie just gets in the way of all the Jean Shorts videos. I actually had the thought, I think I told you this, of like, maybe Hattie could be like our camera operator.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's 5. She can't sit still for an hour and a half.
Did you say you asked TJ? You're like, hey, what do you think of this idea?
Yeah. I was like, it was that integrated. And I was like, we were just talking about literally integrating our kids into our businesses and how that's like the main idea behind it. And I was like, dude, like I got to figure out a way to do this. I was like, what do you think about Hattie? Like, operating. And he's like, I don't think that's a good idea. I think she would get tired of it. And I was like, you're right. But someday she'll, be on the podcast or something. But anyway, it was really fun. It was fun to, do woodworking things. And And it was also fun to do it for myself because on one hand, I take a lot of pride and obviously like I want everyone to look at this and say, whoa, what a nice table. But at the same time, I didn't have to think like, well, is the owner going to like it the way I'm doing this?
What's the client going to think of this thing?
Yeah, like I did like a under, bevel chamfer thing on the bottom of these tables. Like,
yeah, you did.
And I'm like, I like that, but like I don't have to be like, is the client gonna like that, or do I need to ask them these small details? You don't know anything about any of this, so you're like, hey, cool, that's a trapezoid.
I'm just like, Bo, I like it.
I like it.
I love it. Under champion bevel. What'd you call it?
Chamfer. Yeah, CHAMFER. It's like a 45-degree angle on the edges.
I see.
So the top has a little chamfer, the bottom, nice chamfer.
Oh, so, chamfer on her.
Yeah. You could also do a round over, That's when it's rounded over.
Yeah.
So there's more chamf.
Does table making, do you guys ever deal with the term quarter round? You guys ever do that with the edges of table?
Quarter round? No. I think that's around the baseboards usually.
I know, but I didn't know if you guys used it too.
I don't know if quarter round, just round over in general. But there's different sizes of round over. So that's probably what you're probably thinking quarter-inch round over.
Round fur.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just been fun to be out in the shop some and flex those muscles a little bit. And I tried to be as like efficient as I could with the wood that I had. I was like, I'm not spending more money. I have so much wood on file, but I also want it to look really cool.
This is a nice table. This looks great.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was fun. It's like all walnut with a little, accent of white oak, and then we got some sapwood. Whatever. I can get nerdy about it, but basically, it's a cool table.
It is fun to sit at this.
Yeah.
Although you might have like cannibalized any opportunity for me to order an actual table from you, because now I'm like, I'll get my fill in the podcast studio.
Yeah.
So
I'll be fine.
Unfortunately, that happened because I do like sitting here. It does feel nice. It looks nice.
Yeah.
I'm stopped up, so I can't smell it, but I bet it smells nice.
It smells nice. Yeah, it smells nice. Anyway, it was fun. Last night I worked on it kind of late into the night. Like after I put the kids to bed and got off that call with TJ and you, I was like, all right, I need to go back out there. And I don't miss this part of woodworking. Like the part where it's like, okay, I got to go work again from 8 to 10:30 at night or whatever.
Yeah, when we FaceTimed, you were in bed at like 8:30.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe it was like, no. He's going to bed. And then at the end of the FaceTime call, you're like, all right, I'm going back out to the shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at us. Because right after that, Rachel and I went in here to paint. So it's kind of fun.
Just grinding, baby.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's fun times. It's been fun being back in the shop. We did talk just really quickly about things you're getting from the wedding registry, but I feel like we got so derailed last week that we didn't talk about a lot of our weeks, like a lot of the actual substance of our weeks. We were just being so goofy talking about all these other things. But you went to Iowa and we didn't even talk about it.
And you were in Austin and we briefly talked about that.
And I still really want to do like a full-fledged, like more serious podcast of some sort on Patreon or something. But
yeah,
I do have some thoughts from random things that happened in Austin as well. But I want to hear. I just feel like I remember we did one. You were at a wedding shower, and I did one wedding shower with Catherine and like people in my life, basically. Because Catherine was from Texas, but it was in Kansas City, so I was there for that. But most of the showers she did by herself.
Yeah.
But I just want to hear your experience as the husband at a shower, how it went. I know not husband, as a fiance. I just want to hear, like, did you get anything that you're like, dude, I'm really actually randomly excited about this? Or did you get things that were like, I don't know what that even is? Like, what's a lemon zester?
That's a good question.
Reamer.
First thing I remember is that Rachel and I made the plan, because I was down to be there the whole time. I was like, I don't know, I'm already here in Iowa. I'll come. And Rachel's like, no, you don't need to be there the whole time. You should maybe come like the last 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, great.
Cool.
That's the plan the whole day. I'm going to come at 11:30.
Okay.
11 o'clock rolls around and I get 2 different texts from her friends. They're like, hey, I don't know what your schedule is, but I really think you should come by the shower. Maybe you should come by 11:30. It's just kind of one of those, it's like, it looks like I wasn't going to come.
There's some pride there, right?
But I promise I was going to plan on it. I was going to be there the whole time.
Dude, that
and of course I just text like, oh, good idea, I'll come.
Oh, really?
But in my head, I'm like, I'm supportive.
And then they like, if they make one more jab, then that's when you get frustrated. They're like,
listen.
Oh yeah, thanks for showing up, Jake. Yeah, I thought like you came all the way here. Thought you would at least come to the shower. And you're like, I was planning on it.
I invented the shower. I shower once a week. It's the Sabbath shower.
Yeah.
This is my second one.
That's when I reload my ring. What are you talking about? Yeah, that is so funny.
Like, you ever that happen when someone suggests something when it's like, you've either already suggested
once
it
a week in marriage, dude. It's like Catherine's like, oh, and would you mind like doing the dishes real quick? And I was like, I promise, I was planning on being proactive.
When I got done with this, I was going to do it before you noticed.
I swear. Yeah. Yeah. Stuff like that. And sometimes I'll be like, I actually was just thinking about doing that. And I think early on in marriage, I got kind of frustrated. Like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I was actually going to do that without you asking. And now it's like, oh, that's kind of fun, whatever.
That's funny. So that was the first thing. So I do show up at 11:30.
So relatable, dude. Like multiple friends texted too.
Yeah, it was like two.
Which means that like they were conferencing. Like, hey, like we should.
One of us
should
text Jake.
Oh, let's both do it. Like. Like obviously not talking to Rachel about it first because Rachel would have said
she's up there and she's talking to people.
That's great.
My plan was get there at 11:30 for the back portion of it, but I didn't know what part of the timeline they were going to be on. I was just like, I'll just go there and like mingle, I guess. But apparently they had not opened gifts. Right when I get there at 11:30, they're all like, perfect timing, we're about to open gifts.
Okay.
And Rachel and I's takeaway, let me just skip to the end. Our takeaway from wedding shower is there's no good way to open gifts.
Oh yeah,
in front of people.
Catherine hates it. Like genuinely, like that's like one of her least favorite things because she's like, I'm so bad at reacting, and I think she's great at reacting.
I thought Rachel did great too, and she was like, was I excited enough about this thing? I'm like, yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. It's one of those things. I think guys are just like, oh, awesome, thank you, I really appreciate this, but you don't have to like have that high pitched voice the whole time.
Oh
no. Like Catherine loves like talking about how she's going to use them.
Yeah.
Like she goes into a novel sometimes. Like, so I heard about this book from blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, just say, thank you so much for the book. I can't wait to read this, anyway.
Cause like as Rachel's opening gifts, you can't help but be like, what is the optimal way to do this? And it's like, there is none. Sure. I don't know if there's a good way to like still honor the people who got you gifts.
Yeah.
And not feel like you're, I don't know, wasting other people's time, I guess, because they're just like sitting there watching you, and there's like other. Anyway, whatever. The gifts start coming in, and it's fun. I looked over the registry, but I don't have it like memorized like Rachel did because she was the one who added all of it to it. I just kind of approved it. Fifth spatula, great, let's do it.
Yeah.
So a couple things start coming in pretty high frequency. At one point, I think Rachel opened 3 cookbooks in a row. And I was like, yo, mama's got some cooking to do. This is good.
This girl's got some recipes going on.
I hope there's some garlic mashed potatoes in there. But then there's a second trend that comes about. And so Rachel opens like a gift, and it's like a thing of like containers. And like on the box, it shows like these different size containers that look like they're holding like pasta, different types of spaghetti noodles.
Okay.
Things like that.
Fun.
And so I'm like, oh, kind of fun. Yeah, I guess you got to put them somewhere. Put them in a container. Couple gifts go by. She gets another thing from her grandma outside of the box. Some nice clear containers. You could put brown sugar in these. These are more wider, cylindrical.
More pantry-like.
Yeah. Sugar, other things.
Baking things. Powders, yeah.
Yes. Like, oh, great. That makes sense. You need it for that. Dude,
is that how you would like react when she would open these things?
What?
Like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you need that. That's cool.
Great, thank you.
Because as a guy, it's just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. Like, oh, very nice.
Yeah, I guess that's a spot to put.
Oh, yeah, we do need flour. I've never had flour in my house ever.
And that's the thing about solids is if they're small enough, they can take the shape of their container. So it totally makes sense.
I tried to teach Hattie.
They're like a liquid and gas in that way.
Yeah, I tried to teach her that the other day at Chick-fil-A during a Dadder Days was like the difference between liquid and solid. And I was like, it takes the shape of its container. She had no, that's really hard to explain to a 5-year-old for the record. And she did not get it. Anyway.
And so yeah, I'm kind of just thinking like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like I think I don't know what I was planning on doing with my flour. Probably just like pouring it out and then just like kind of like cereal box style, just kind of wad it back up.
Maybe get a little like
shove it down.
What are those
clamper?
Yeah, clampers are like the clothesline things. What are they called? The close. Oh my god!
They're like a magnet, aren't they? They seal it.
Well, what's it called? It's a clothesline.
Clothespin.
Clothespin. Is that what it is?
I don't know. Magnet clamp sealer is what I call it.
Yes.
So, I'm like, okay, cool. Containers. And dude, they start coming in. And I don't know what we're going to do with all these containers. I mean, there are containers for everything imaginable. Sometimes the box didn't even have a food on it. The box is like, I don't even know what you're going to do with this. We can't even think of what you would need this size. This is like a pyramid, polygon, weird, like a hexagon container. Dude, have fun.
Girls get so excited about storage, man. Like it's like Catherine, we could have the tiniest bedroom in the world, but if we had, a massive closet, who cares? Like if we have 15 storage closets, like there's so many rooms for extra towels in there. Like we can have like 3, sets of guest bed sheets now. And it's like, oh yeah.
She would love like a utility closet, like a organized utility closet.
Oh,
that's
dude,
nice.
Yeah, that's like a walk-in pantry, all these different, like, have you seen, they have a container store. Have you been there before?
Yeah. Rachel said it's really expensive.
But girls get so excited about containers.
That's a good point.
They just want containers. Catherine loves getting plastic bins to put, things in storage in our basement, like all these things. She gets so pumped about it. So
yeah, and I was seeing that firsthand. Well, actually, I didn't really know how Rachel felt because, like I said, I wasn't that familiar with the registry. So I'm just seeing container after container come in. At a certain point, I'm like, I think that's the third one with spaghetti on the box that we've seen. Like, we can't have this much spaghetti
like
in the
maybe
house.
There's a glitch in the registry.
And so I'm like, dang, I think, some people got her like duplicate containers, whatever. The shower gets over. And I wasn't sure how Rachel was going to feel. I didn't want to like guide her on how to feel. So I tried to like very neutrally ask, like, how'd you feel about everything?
Yeah.
How about all those containers? Trying to like gauge like if she's going to be like, yeah, that somebody screwed up. And she goes, wasn't that amazing? They got everything I asked for. And I was like, there's no way you registered for that many types of containers. She's like, yeah, of course.
Dude, people are going to be listening to this and be like, honestly, she's going to need more. Like people are going to be like it's going to be amazing how many leftover things you have and all these different things like that.
She does love it. I feel like she purposely now, like I see it, like she doesn't eat all of her food so she could put it like in a like cute container.
She's like, I'm not full, but I really want to put it in that glassware.
I love using those containers.
That's
Girls
great.
really are awesome. I mean, Rachel especially is just such a like fun loving, like can find the joy in literally anything.
Yeah.
Like our garbage disposal wasn't working. And so our, of course, possessive pronoun meaning I owned the deed. Rachel lives here.
You're moving in once you get married.
It will be our garbage disposal.
Not a minute sooner, Jake.
No. Actually, it will be kind of fun because I think Rachel is going to Iowa like 2 weeks before the wedding to like get ready.
Dude, slumber party?
Yeah, dude. And like I could start moving in. It's just me here for like 2 weeks leading up to it.
That'll be your house for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Papa's house. Anyway, our garbage disposal got fixed. And I texted Rachel and I was like, hey, garbage disposal's fixed. And I was also like, hey, are you like coming back to your house later? Do you want to grab Chipotle? She's like, yes, I might get an extra meal just so we could put it down the garbage disposal. She's like, should I get another burrito just to put it down there?
Let's see what it can handle, baby.
She's so funny. Just so excited about the tiniest things. Like, I think I want to scrape stuff off my plate and watch it go to the garbage disposal.
She's like, can I get 5 times as much rice, please?
I want to grind
just
it.
in an extra bowl. Just see what happens.
And I still remember, back on the container thing, you're so right. Like, girls love the containers. They love the storage because probably my first time back in the house since the shower.
Yeah.
First thing I do when I walk in, Rachel's like, check in the pantry. I was like, what is it? She's like, look what I did with the cereal. And I'm like, that's good.
She did that? Yeah, I had some of that. Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things like, much like liquid fills the shape of its container, a female will also fill anything within a container.
It is amazing. Like some of the things that I'm like, those things would be perfectly fine in the bag they came in.
Boxes are great.
We have pistachios in a container. We have almonds. We have veggie straws in a container.
Yeah.
We have all these different things that are like, I think they make bags that are just fine for these that we just put on our shelves.
Yeah.
But it just looks nicer. I think it like stays fresher potentially. All these different things, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm not gonna fight this. It's fine. I don't
contain
mind
it up,
either
baby.
way. Contain that thing.
Yeah.
She puts like the chocolate chips in a container. I'm like, great.
If I see a chocolate chip, it is hard not to eat like 3 of them.
100% every time I go in that pantry.
Good.
I just get a little handful. Do it like kind of like a classic like dads like holding the mixed nuts in their hands.
Yeah.
Throw them in there.
You know what I'm curious about?
Tell me.
Every bag of chocolate chips I've ever seen, both with Trisha Triplet, both with Rachel Coop, they always on the outside say semi-sweet.
Yes.
And I taste them and they taste amazing to me.
Yes.
I want to know, what's full sweet? How good is 100% sweet tasting?
You're not allowed to taste it.
It's too much?
It's too much.
I got to be...
You would freak out. You'd be like, this is not...
This is so sweet.
You're telling me I could have been eating this the whole time?
Full sweet?
What do you think they're just called sweet?
I don't know what they're called, but that's what they always say on the outside. They always say semi-sweet. I always feel like, am I getting shortchanged?
I wonder. I'm an idiot, so I don't know if this is true or not. But I wonder if it's just either like what's the worse than semi-sweet, like bitter or something like there's something.
What's the spectrum?
Like maybe semi-sweet is the sweet, and then like the one
that's as high as it goes.
Yeah, is something.
Maybe it's
else.
like milk, where it's like it's not 0%, 1%, 2%, 100%.
Right.
Whole milk is like 3 or 4 or
3%,
something.
I think.
Yeah, it's not 100.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Because I think there's some like that are like baking chocolate chips or something, and those are bitter. I think.
Oh,
but I think you can also use I don't know. I'm not a big baker. I'll let that go on the record. But anyway,
Brad, I got a question for you.
Great.
Remind me again. Are you an American?
Yes, born and bred and raised. Born and bred in America.
So you probably enjoy American things and
probably George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and a new sponsor, Good Ranchers. We love them. They are really cool.
That's right.
We got a new sponsor and we are pumped about it.
We're fired up. You guys have probably heard them on other podcasts. If you guys listen to other podcasts, I know we've signed a lot of exclusivity deals with you guys where you've said, I will only listen to Ghostrunners.
Like non-compete for other podcasts.
But for those who are still free agents in the podcast market, you've probably heard of Good Ranchers. They sponsor podcasts much bigger than ours.
Yes. And ours, though. They sponsor ours.
And also ours.
They're
we got
a
a new freaking table and wall. So it makes sense that they was come at the same time. But yeah, Good Ranchers. There's so much to say about this, and they're going to be sponsoring us for a while.
We could do a whole episode on Good Ranchers.
I don't even think you need notes. Just preach from the heart,
dude.
baby.
Okay, so Good Ranchers is amazing.
I've never seen Brad more fired up about a company. Maybe.
We love all our sponsors, but after talking to the CEO, like the owners, I got off the phone. I was buzzing because I was like, these people are just like I just connected with them so well.
Yeah,
and they just have great products. So essentially, they sell meat. They sell meat in bulk, whether it's beef, chicken, seafood, all these different things, and you can order it. It comes straight to your door, and without getting too far into the weeds, it is the best meat, fish, chicken you can ever get, in America. It's all literally coming from America.
Well, Brad, I'm sure, like, I eat American beef all the time. It says packaged in the USA.
Oh, Jake.
Brad, what?
I wanted to say something from the office, but I can't. Jake, you ignorant
guy.
You ignorant person. No, there's so many things. It's so interesting that you can get it like Brazil, China, all these different places will ship their meat into America, and then it gets packaged in America, and it will say when you're buying it, product of the USA.
I've been duped.
You've been duped, brother.
Does Good Ranchers dupe me?
Never once have they ever duped.
They're not called dupe ranchers.
There's zero duping in Good Ranchers. So, basically, it's just amazing, the highest quality beef you can imagine, highest quality chicken, fish, salmon, shrimp, all these different things at a really great price. It's wonderful. You can buy it in bulk. You can put it in your freezer. You have it. They've sent us stuff. They've sent us beef. They're going to send us chicken. I'm going to get lean as a string bean. Yeah. So anyway, Good Rancher. It's just truly, I can't be more excited about a product, and I can't be more excited for people to say like, yes, I bought from them. They're great people, solid Christian guy. He was actually integrated because of the call that I had with him.
That's pretty cool.
Like 2 weeks before I mentioned this fatherhood group, and he's like, whoa, I want to try that. I want to check that out. And so then I met him like a week later. This guy he's a strong family man, similar to us. I think he's got 4 kids. The oldest one's 5. So just a really great, strong Christian family value company, and they're doing great things. They have a great product, and we're so excited to have them as a sponsor.
Yeah. Go check out like their website. See for yourself. Cause I was looking at it, and at first, just to be completely honest, I was like, whoa, $130 for chicken. But then you look at it, it's like they're sending you 38 different pieces of chicken.
It's a month plus.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy how expensive meat is right now and how affordable it is. And you can even get on their subscription service, and it's like literally the entire, like you can, it'll stay
it
that
locks
price.
it in.
Yeah. Locks in the price forever as long as you want to subscribe. So
anyway, we got to talk about what they actually want us to talk about. All that was off the script.
Just know they're awesome.
Yeah,
all right?
We're fired up. So basically, Good Ranchers is doing a thing. It's March, so they're doing March Meatness, which I like to say
March Meatness.
And you can win over $2,000 in USDs, which they like to keep it American. Everything's American with them, baby.
Absolutely.
$2,000 in free meat. So you go to goodranchers.com/March, fill out your March meatness bracket to possibly win free meat for a year.
Oh, and I didn't say this. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
The bacon thing.
Yeah,
you guys like bacon?
That. So yeah, basically.
I love bacon.
So not only that, you could subscribe and get free bacon for a year this month too.
Yeah.
Over $100 of free Applewood smoked bacon.
Every time you order, bacon comes with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy. But you're also
ounces.
entered, if you subscribe, you're entered to win bacon for a year.
Which, can you imagine?
That's
Swimming
awesome.
in bacon.
Plus, you can get $20 off your first order using our code GRKC.
Hello.
GoodRanchers.com, $20 off, GRKC. Look them up. Good Ranchers. American meat delivered.
Holler at us when you order it. Let us know, because I want to see. I want to send them all to bin. So goodranchers.com, GRKC. Holler back. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
check them out.
Speaking of awesome, I do have a story that kind of involves Ben from goodranchers.com. Promo code GRKC. We all went to lunch one day at Chipotle, which is so funny because it's like we're in Austin, we're in this like cool part of Austin, all these fun restaurants, and we go to Chipotle. And the long story short on it is that I owed my friend Ian Chipotle, and he had never been. Ian lives in Hawaii, lives there, has lived there for like the last 13 years or so, give or take, maybe 14, maybe 12.
Okay.
And he really wanted Chipotle. I was like, dude, it's amazing. I would love to go there with you to experience that for the first time. I lost a bet with him because he said that every single person in Integrated is either going to be wearing a vest, a flannel, or joggers at one point during the weekend. And the very first day, there was this guy who was wearing a tucked in golf polo with his jeans and like Asics shoes.
Interesting.
And I was like, no way is that guy wearing any
He's
of those
not getting
things.
around to this.
He's not going joggers next. Like he's not going flannel. This guy, he was like classic, like financial planner kind of guy. Like no offense to financial planners out there, but that's just what he looked like. Anyway. And so I was like, no way. And Ian said, I guarantee you that guy will wear a vest tomorrow. And I was like, no, like he got even more specific with it. I was like, I'll bet you lunch tomorrow. I shook his hand the next morning. That fricker's in a vest. I couldn't believe it.
What a rain
like,
slicker.
Are you kidding me? So I owed him lunch. And I mean, Ian's a great guy. He, I think, has a lot more money than me. So maybe he didn't think twice about it. He also lives in Maui where everything's really expensive. But the dude, there's two different people.
People who live in Hawaii like to remind you that it's more expensive to live in Hawaii.
It's amazing how much they like to remind you. It's like, yeah, I live in Hawaii. And I'm like, I don't feel bad for you for a second.
Yeah,
you chose this.
Once you bought a house in Hawaii, you lost the right to ever complain about money or about the prices going up of anything.
Yes.
Sorry, you just did.
I feel like there's a microcosms of that everywhere. Like once you buy a really nice car, you can't complain about like, yeah, and they charge me another 45 cents for cheese. Like I asked for a side of ranch and it was 89 cents. What is this? Why they upcharge me for ranch? It's like, hey, you see that $80,000 truck out there? You can't complain.
That's fair.
Anyway, I digress. So I'm buying Ian lunch. He's never been to Chipotle before. I'm giving him the lowdown. Like I'm like, because he likes to eat. I'm like, dude, it's awesome. You can get anything you want. Like they won't upcharge you for rice, salsa, all these different things. You get as much as you want. They will upcharge you for guac and queso and extra meat. There's two different types of people in the world. There's the one, which I believe I am. I'm the Brad Ellis of the world, where when somebody else is buying me lunch, I think to myself, I'm going to get, a normal thing that I would normally get out there. I'm not going to get anything extra, just being considerate of somebody else's money. And then there's the Ians of the world.
Okay.
Who had no shame in getting double steak.
Okay.
Tortilla on the side.
Okay.
Guacamole and queso.
Just every add-on possible.
And then he's like, and can I also get chips and queso?
Okay.
And you know what? I know you have water cups for free, but I would like a bottled water, please.
Not the bottled water.
A bottled water!
that is over the... He crossed the line.
Oh, just this grin. I mean, and the funny thing, and then he had to top it off with like, dude, like I think my meal, and that was the funny thing is like Austin, for whatever reason, is cheaper than Kansas City, Chipotle-wise. Chipotle in Kansas City right now is like $9.50. Austin was like $8.50 or something. So I was like, oh, this is like a little bit cheaper. My meal for the two of us, I got an $8.50 burrito and water, and the meal for the two of us was $38. The dude spent $30 on Chipotle
on that guy's vest.
Because that guy wore his vest, and oh my gosh! And if the table, and then he had the audacity to be like, "Whoa, $38 for a meal, lunch for two? That's pretty cheap." And I'm like, "You dog,
aloha, brother."
I can't wait to return the favor. When he's like, "Hey, I come to Hawaii sometime. I'm gonna come to Hawaii." And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to flush a bunch of his toilet paper down the toilet. I'm going to, do anything I can to just push it back in his face.
Is it hard to get toilet paper there? Or are you saying like that?
That's got to be expensive, Like he's going to feel it. I want him to feel like, whoa, I got to go get more toilet paper. If
nothing else, annoying.
Yeah. The gas, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just one of those things. It was just so funny. And of course, like they were making fun of me for being upset about $30. And I'm like, guys, $30 is money. So anyway, it was
this guy's an animal. I mean, that is wild to go extra of everything possible and then bottled water.
I was like, okay, man. Okay. I see how it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like whenever somebody else in line, like, you get like classic, like coffee with somebody older than you or something, like kind of like not really a mentorship opportunity, but like, hey, let's get coffee sometime. And I'd love to pick your brain. Like, they're ordering first and they're like, and whatever they're having, you always do the classic, like, oh, no. I can pay it for myself. And they're like, no, really, let me pay for you.
Maximum, you get like a similar item to them. They 100%. Got one coffee, you get one coffee.
They didn't get breakfast. I'm not getting a pastry.
Yeah. But they're like, hey, coffee's on me.
Yeah.
And then you get like a breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
And the like homemade Pop-Tart and then like a matcha.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Can I get just like a carton of eggs to go? Like all these different, and I was actually going to get some for my wife too. Do you mind if I, throw that on your tab too?
Are you guys
Jerry?
publicly traded company? Can I get some stock? Is that crazy to ask?
Yeah. When did the dividends come out?
Can you ring me up for like a share real quick?
I just couldn't believe it. And he did it like he had no remorse. He was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So anyway, shout out to Ian. Ian got kind of frustrated that I didn't give him credit last week with the WNBA bit. So I'm giving him all the credit in the world now, Ian.
Ian, be careful taking credit for that. Because people,
that was all Ian's idea.
People on Instagram don't love it. That was fun yesterday. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Go look at the comments if you haven't yet.
So anyway, Ian's a good guy.
Good guy, Ian.
Yeah.
Something else has been going on in our world this week. We tried to really focus the last few days on our Florida trip coming up. Really trying to prepare that, get everything ready to go. Because April is going to get here and it's going to be a crazy month. So we're trying to get as much done now.
I remember we were like trying to we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but when we were at our retreat and you're like, yeah, maybe May's not a good time to start this, with the tour starting and, I'm getting married and like all these different, it was just so funny.
I was like, but March 11th, like Mother's Day weekend, I am free.
Yeah.
We could squeeze it in. Yeah. So April and May are going to be crazy, but so we've been working on it. One of the things we've done is we're sending out emails, we're getting things going. We got a group text going.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like the one thing I just have to mention is every single person plays volleyball somehow? Are they messing with us?
I was going to say, do you think it's like one of those things where like a few people said it and now everyone's like, and I've been known to play volleyball too?
Either way, it's a win. Because on one end, they either play volleyball and it's awesome, or the other end, these people are all hilarious.
And they're ready to do anything. Like they're ready to I'm not a huge volleyball person, but I'll bump set spike with the rest of them. Because even
someone else was like, and also like I've ran a few volleyball tournaments. I'm like, I don't even know what's true and what's not, but that's funny either way. They're like, I don't really play, but I can run a tournament for you guys this weekend. So it seems like such a fun crew already. Yeah, apparently everyone plays volleyball. Yeah, so that's fun.
It's been fun, like getting like the micro community going, because obviously there's the big Ghosty community, but then we have the small community.
Then you've got the Facebook group. Then you got Patreon.
Yeah.
Then you got people buy merch. Then you got
the bottom of the funnel
group
here.
text.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like these are our people here that we're gonna really get to know. And I told Jake, like, I want to make it a point that we know every single person well before the trip. It doesn't have to be like we know their life story.
It's like Michael when the new branch comes in.
Yes,
he's like Tony
Gardner. Yeah. They're nifty gifties.
They are nifty. Exactly.
Thank you for welcoming me into your little kingdom, Mike. Yeah, absolutely.
Never breaking up a handshake. So anyway, just wanted to mention that if you're not on the Florida trip, hey,
next time
we
have some fun plans for it, dude. I can't wait. As we were planning it on whatever that was, Monday or Tuesday, multiple times, I think you were just like, dude, this is gonna be so fun.
It just kept hitting me more. Fun. Started looking at like the menu for the food. I was like, this is so fun.
Menu's fun. Everything's fun. So anyway, trying to figure all that out sooner rather than later so we can iron it out. But I need to tell you the story. I think I kind of told you already, but I need to tell the ghosties about these sound panels. So these sound panels, like I said, we bought from these people who were originally going to sell them to
I'll show them.
Yeah, please do. They ordered them, too many of them for a school district. But I was on Facebook Marketplace.
This is what they look like.
Yeah. 2x4, pretty nice ones. The story ends well because we got some really great ones. But originally, I found this killer deal. Sound panels, for whatever reason, are not cheap. Like each of those brand new are $100, and we got 6 of them. Luckily, we bought them for $20, so it was a pretty good deal. You feel good?
Yeah, I kind of bumped the cord. I'll see if I kind of have. Sure. No, we're good. We're good.
So anyway, I found this awesome deal on Facebook Marketplace, messaged the guy. I think I even messaged Jake. I was like, dude, I found like a killer, probably $800 worth of stuff for $50. I was so excited. And the guy responded, he's like, oh, sorry, actually somebody else got him before you. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. And he's like, but actually that guy, hasn't picked him up yet. And he's been really unresponsive on his texts. And I was like, dude, okay, awesome. Please let me know if they're available. Trying to respond to him as soon as possible, showing him that I am very motivated. We'll pick them up right away. Because I'm like, this is such a great deal. I thought about potentially making our own sound panels. I was like, no. We're just going to do this. It's so much cheaper and more time effective. And he's like, okay, this guy's not responding, so they're likely yours. I'm going to wait, for a little bit longer. And I was like, okay, awesome. I was so pumped. We got these things. And then he's like, I'm going to wait till 4:40. And if he doesn't respond by 4:40, they're yours.
Bingo.
And it was the closest thing that I can that I can compare to like old school eBay. Did you ever buy anything on eBay back in the day?
Yeah. You get sniped at the last second.
Where you're like waiting. You're like, okay. I think it's good. I think we got it. And genuinely, it was like 4:30. Heard nothing. And I was like, I think I got in the bag. 4:35, good. 4:36, good. 4:37, good. 4:38, the guy texts and says, actually, he's on his way to pick him up right now. And I could not believe it. I got sniped.
Ladies and gentlemen, he got him.
I was so expecting that 4:38 text to be like, okay, yeah, you're good. Here's my address. Come on over.
Dang.
I mean, it was so close. Like that guy doesn't even know how close he was to death. You know what I mean? Like he just nonchalantly over there, like, yeah, I'll just respond when I can and go get those things. No one else wants those sound panels.
He had no idea.
Oh man. And I was so dejected. I was like, I can't believe this. And luckily it worked out. These are really great ones.
But yeah, you dug yourself out of that hole though.
Oh, and I said,
undejected.
I'm going to find somebody else.
You're ejected now.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just one of those, like, it was so dramatic, and I was so randomly distraught because I was so confident that I had it. I was so confident. It was such a eBay moment back in the day. Did you ever buy anything on eBay back in the day? You remember?
Yeah.
Remember some of them?
Bought and sold.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was buying back in the day. I mean, like maybe like an iPod Nano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might have.
Did you ever remember those like inflatable furniture? Like
yes, at the Springfield Cardinals games, they'd always use those for musical chairs.
Really? Yeah. I bought some of those. Like they're like the clear inflatable furniture with like an ottoman. I bought like 2 of those for my room on eBay one time. I bought some Bose headphones back in the day on eBay.
Bose.
What else have I bought? I mean, it's just like, it was a great time. And I think eBay's still around, but I think it's mostly like, here's the price kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know what they're up to these days. We would sell some books on there, but even that was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Anyway. Fun times with eBay.
Good try. Thanks for persevering and getting us sound panties.
Absolutely.
That's fun. I've got kind of a fun announcement. But before that, for the first time ever, we have 2 sponsors on one episode. What? Dropping a deuce on everybody. This is kind of a fun day in Ghostrunners history. We've never had this. Happens to fall in the day. We got, phase 2 of this new studio complete. It feels good.
Phase what?
2. Trois. No, it'd be deux.
It'd be
unda.
It'd be Cho Yeh.
Oh, they're back.
They're back, baby.
They're back. They came back around.
Cho Yeh, Cho Yeh, Cho Yeh, Cho Yeh, Camp Choye, Camp Choye, Cho Yeh. That was nice.
Cho Yeh, oh yeah, Cho Yeh, oh yeah. Survivor theme song. I talked about it last time. Obviously.
Wait, my turn. I Camp Choye. I don't know the words to that song.
Oh, what's the song you always make up words for? The Kanye West thing?
Six out of work, flex out of way, Camp Choye.
I think it should not flow as well as that even. Just,
hey,
Who let the Cho out? Yay, 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 yay.
Cho Yeh, Cho Yeh, yay. Cho Yeh, Cho Yeh.
Womp up Choye style. Womp, womp, womp.
Oppa Choye style.
They didn't ask us to do anything with music. I don't know why that seems to be a thing. Choye is just fun to say.
Wait, I'm reading the notes and it says, please do not do any kind of parody to our name.
Nothing with Baja Men. Shoot. No, if you guys don't remember from last time, they're a Christian summer camp.
Yes.
Cho Yeh, Choyeh. And it's a place where Jesus Christ transforms lives through meaningful relationships and outdoor adventures. That's a fun sentence right there.
Yeah. Located in Southeast Texas, about an hour outside of Houston. And you're probably thinking like, okay, so that means I need to be from Texas to work there. Wrong.
Oh.
Big time wrong. Big time wrong.
Big time wrong.
A lot of people actually, I mean, we worked at a summer camp that was not, you were from Missouri and it was in Missouri, but so many of us, that was like one of the most fun things that you meet people from all over the United States.
Oh yeah, I still have friends from all over now.
Oh, it's awesome. Like I have, like March Madness rolls around and I feel like I have affiliations with every team.
That's a good point.
So if you want to be friends with so many different people, work at Cho Yeh. It's just a really fun place to work. I can't honestly recommend something better than working at summer camp. Not only for a really fun summer, but also I think it just transformed my life in so many ways. It prepared me for fatherhood in so many ways. It gave me experiences with friends that I never would have had. It just opens and broadens so many horizons. So
if you're out there and are kind of that college age range, looking for something to do this summer, you can make up to $2,400.
Whoa.
If you work the whole summer.
Whoa.
That's pretty nice.
That is nice.
And they also offer scholarships. And depending on your major, they can also offer internships.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. I mean, that's something, if you don't have any plans this summer, that's at least worth looking into. Drop your info, bestsummerjob.org. Great URL. Great domain.
URL. Incredible URL.
Bestsummerjob.org. Tell them Ghostrunners sent you. The whole interview process is very laid back, and they just want to get to know you and see what they can offer you and see what you can do for them. Have at it.
As somebody, if you're listening to this as a college student and you're like, I want to make some money this summer, just know that you have the rest. I know it's like so cliche. You have the rest of your life to make more than $2,400 in the summer. $2,400 is not a bad price, and you can have the most fun memories of your life. I would go back to working at camp in a heartbeat if I could right now.
Yeah.
Like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard people be like, I kind of regret working at camp? Like no one does.
A lot of people on their deathbed say, I wish I would have entered the corporate workforce at age 19.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I would have spent one more summer at Merrill Lynch. No. People say, put me in, coach. I wish I had worked at Choye. I don't know.
It's not where I thought you were going to put the Choye, but it still works.
I'm ready to play at Choye.
That'll do.
Is that better?
Yeah.
How will I Cho?
Let me find it. How will I Cho if ye really love me?
Here she comes round, say Choye, Choye.
You're so why do I even try?
Choye.
Give me a little Johnny Be Good. We'll end it. I want to hear that.
Okay. Cho, Cho, Johnny, Cho, 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 Johnny, Cho, 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 Johnny, Cho, 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 Johnny, Cho, Cho.
Here it goes.
Work at Choye. Bestsummerjob.org.
Check them out. That's fun doing ads. I appreciate you guys always listening to them and being so supportive of the people who sponsor us.
Absolutely.
We think it's a big deal that people want to do that with our show. So we always...
And we get really excited about the people that we're sponsoring. Like, we're not going to sponsor, I don't know. What are we not going to sponsor?
Other freaking summer camps that aren't Choye.
We're not going to sponsor...
We're not going to sponsor Big Pharma.
We're not going to sponsor Big Pharma. We're not going to sponsor,
We're not going to let them sponsor us.
I don't know. We're not going to sponsor... We'll sponsor a lot of people, but only if we're excited about who they are.
I'm not going to let the North Korean military sponsor us.
We've always said, hey, I don't care how much money Live gets us.
Live Golf.
Yeah. We're not, the Saudis are one of the, where we draw the line.
Dude, that's what's
in the sand.
Crazy. And of course, the men will be drawing the line. That's what's crazy about doing golf stuff in the golf world. I guess it's just so small, and it's unlike any other influencer niche, I feel like, because we were going to make a PJ versus Live golf video. And what we kind of told, what we were told was like, hey, you may not want to make Live Golf the butt of the joke. Like, you never know, like they may want to sponsor you someday. And that just seems, it'd be like saying like, hey, don't make a basketball joke. The NBA might want to sponsor you. It's like, really? That's That's an option?
Yeah, too late for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, it's just so interesting, like the things you kind of have to dance around in golf because it's so much smaller than what you would think it would be.
Like you
don't make the PGA Tour upset. Don't make Phil Mickelson upset. He might want to make a video. It's like,
you're a decent sized kahuna in the golf world already.
Or just a lack of comedy kahunas.
Yeah, not that many funny kahunas.
A lot of serious cahoons, apparently.
Yeah.
What was something I was going to say? Oh, I remembered a few weeks ago. I don't remember. I mentioned this on Ghostrunners, but I put all of my Bitcoin in this company a few years ago.
Yeah.
Called BlockFi.
BlockFi. Okay.
Trey told me about it. It looked awesome because what they do, it's just like a investment firm, like money, but with, a digital wallet. They take the Bitcoin you give them, they invest it for you, and it makes money over time.
Okay.
Great. Easy. I had made money off of this. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, the whole FTX thing went down. I was like, oh yeah, I should look into BlockFi. Googled it recently. BlockFi is filed for bankruptcy.
Nice.
So I have lost
all of it?
All my Bitcoin.
Actually?
It's just gone. I mean,
is that how it works? I don't know enough. I don't understand bankruptcy, to be honest. I know it's bad in Monopoly, but I don't understand what it means in the real world. Because I think sometimes people file for bankruptcy and they're still operating as a company, right?
Well, I think what happens is Mr. BlockFi, he opens up the doors and he goes, I declare crypto bankruptcy. Bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand bankruptcy either. Because
you think, have you checked your account and it says zero?
Oh yeah, it says you cannot
you can't
funds cannot be transferred, you can't deposit, you can't withdraw. Yeah, BlockFi filed for bankruptcy, which is too bad. It feels like losing the keys to a car that I don't have, or losing the keys to a car that I was planning on having.
It's like you bought a rental house in another state, sight unseen, and now, you're like, I can't wait to explore this and check this out, and then it burned down in a fire, and you didn't have insurance,
and then the state filed for bankruptcy,
and you can't do anything about it.
I don't know. I'm only a man. I have a sports marketing degree. I don't know what to do.
Was it? Well, I don't know.
It wasn't life-changing money.
Okay, I was going to say,
definitely wasn't.
Let's go grand. We'll go tall grande venti.
I don't know how that helps. I don't know if that. No, it really was not that much. It was it would be fun.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like anything life changing. It's more of just this funny thing you bring up in your podcast.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's too bad though. I mean, it's still so sad.
Got a new garbage disposal though.
Okay,
that's kind of fun.
You know anything about it? Anything crazy about what's the advancements in the garbage disposal world these days?
Willis gave me some options.
Willis,
by the way, Willis the plumber, so stereotypical. What do you think I'm going to say?
He's got a crack.
Yes, saw it twice.
Really?
Do they do this on purpose?
I think sometimes that you can check the box, crack or no crack. Do you want him to wear a belt or not?
Would you like him to wear it's 2020? Would you like him to wear a mask? Would you like him to wear slippers in the house?
Yeah.
Would you like his crack out?
Do you mind if he has the crack?
He could get work
Crack's
done
extra.
more quickly if the crack is out, but we understand that could be a problem.
Yeah. He bends over and you're like, whoa, you broke a lot of moms' backs with that bad boy.
I would like someone to sponsor us who could somehow get belts in the waistbands of plumbers across the country.
Dude, I've been pursuing a leather company for a sponsor. So
I DM'd a weather company today.
You say weather?
Did I?
I think you did.
Dude, I'm stopped up. I might have said weather.
Weather bug.
Yeah. Weather bug.
You did? What was it called? No, don't say it.
No free
ads. Except for Aura.
And Willis. Anyway, I saw his crack multiple times. I was like, that is amazing. That is so stereotypical. Good for him.
Be honest. Did you see it, look away, go back? Or did you just...
It was always walking through the living room. So it's I just got a good glimpse and kept walking.
Oh, I see.
And then I come out an hour later. Because it's when I started painting in here. I'd come out later. I'm like, oh, there it is again. New position. Same crack.
Is it always when he's bent down? I'm assuming you're not seeing crack if he's flat, right? He's kind of
yeah, you're right.
He's kind of bent down, a little third grader, it's time for story time, sit down that way or something.
I like to imagine this will clear it up.
Okay.
It's how a princess would sit on a magic carpet waiting for you to join her.
Yes. He's a whole new world, and he's whole
his
new Willis.
Legs are to the side, and his torso is kind of at a 45-degree angle.
That's probably what Whole New World is all about. Now that I'm thinking about it. I can show you the world shining, shimmering. Was there a shining, shimmering splendor?
Yes. And in fact, now that I think of it, his crack was so sideways that it kind of resembled an equator.
And you're
I can show you the world.
Oh gosh, Willis. And you're he goes, He looks back at you and he just goes, "Don't you dare close your eyes."
And then I couldn't help myself. I said, "Do you trust me?" And he got me a new garbage disposal.
Okay, but he was this classic plumber.
Yeah, he was great. I did let him. I'm not great at this. Like when they upsell you things, I'm always like, well, it would be nice to have a nicer one, I guess. You know,
What
he's
was the upsell?
I give you 2 garbage disposals. We got 2 options.
Okay.
One, same amount of horsepower your last one had, and it'll be fine. It'll, it's a 3-year warranty. I also have this one, and it's, a little bit more.
Yeah.
8-year warranty, twice the horsepower, 3 times as quiet. This thing is nice.
Yeah.
This thing is made of better materials. It's going to last longer. This thing is not going to break down on you. I was like, I mean, that sounds nice.
He gotcha.
Because the main thing, I don't like any like house product, anything. I like to just alleviate problems. I don't like DIY stuff. I love paying people to do it. I don't want to think about problems. Shout out Miranda, Ghosty, doing all the property managing for the Treehouse Airbnb. That is great. I love that.
Yeah. I think I've heard the phrase buy once, cry once. Have you heard of that?
Oh, what's that about?
Just like, do you really don't know?
No, I was just kind of letting you prompting you to talk about it.
So it's like they pinch you when you buy it and it makes you cry a little bit. Like just impulsively you cry.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, was that good? Let me try again. Let me try again. Have you heard
the
phrase?
I still thought you were speaking like metaphorically. So it's like, yeah. They pinch you. Okay. Like it pinches your wallet. I thought it was like a metaphor.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Try again, but make the metaphor more silly so I know it's a joke.
Okay. So like,
This is just
you're at a McDonald's play place, right?
Too silly.
Oh, okay.
Rein it back in.
Okay. So like, hey man, it's just like you're at a guitar store, and it's like, man, I could get like these, Diodario strings and spend $15, or I could, upgrade to the elixirs for $45.
Okay.
Diodario, you're going to have to get 3, they're going to last 3 times less, 1/3 of the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Those elixirs, they're going to last you a whole year, baby. They're going to sound good.
And then when do they pinch me?
When they give you the receipt. they bring it to you, and then when you reach to get it, they grab you and they pinch.
Say buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
No, that's a good word.
If it's one of those things where like as you become more of an adult, like you got to make your decisions on what times it's like necessary to do that. But so often I'm like, yeah, I don't want to worry about this as much. It's like you're paying for the assurance of it.
Yeah, I love paying for the peace of mind.
I always ask people like that. I feel like they usually resonate with you if you just say something like, should I? Is this worth it? Would you do it yourself? What do you think?
What would Willis do?
Because sometimes they'll just be these dishonest jerks that are just going to upsell you no matter what. But most of the time it's like, I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a deal.
Say like, it's not a huge deal.
It's just about the sound. So if you don't mind the sound, whatever. But other times it's like, no, this one lasts way longer. Like I know stuff about my garbage disposal I shouldn't know. Like every single time it stops, the next time it rotates the other way.
Oh, to kind of mix up the blades, give them something to look forward to.
Yeah, I think it just like makes it better somehow. So I got like, I'm kind of proud of my garbage disposal. So yeah, you should be too, man.
Once the excitement of the garbage disposal died down, and I was telling Rachel, like, I end up getting the nice one. So let's use the daylights out of it. She was like, your aunt was telling me, which I can't even think back to like when Rachel and my aunt, I think they talked over pickleball or over Christmas. And like, when did garbage disposals come up? I can't even imagine that. But they were talking garbage D's. And I guess my aunt was like, garbage disposals actually don't make any sense. They really only make sense for the plumber to sell it to you. As a consumer, like you're way better off. Like garbage disposals are only going to cost you money. And they do the same thing that throwing your food in the trash can would do. And I was like, I wish you would have told me that about 4 hours ago, because then we just kind of normal.
But then you have to throw your food in the trash every time. Right?
Yes.
Like, and then what if you accidentally get a little bit of food in there that's stuck? I disagree with your aunt.
Either way, I'm happy we got it.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that strong of an opinion on it.
I think when it comes time to sell the house, it's got to be nice.
I think people are going to be like, "Where's the garbage disposal?" Which, by the way, Catherine says dispose all.
What do you mean?
That's how she doesn't say disposal.
Oh, that's how she pronounces it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, Catherine and I have this fun little phrase, buy once, cry once, but garbage dispose all.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It's one of her, mantras in
life. Realize, dispose all, disposal, dispose all.
Yeah.
That's cool, Catherine. I would have never thought of it that way.
I don't know why she says that, but yeah.
Garb-age. Dispose all.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Garbags.
Posol.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's all in there.
So yeah, you're growing up, man, caring about garbage disposals, and
I don't want to have to care about it though.
That's the point. That's half of it though. It's like, I don't care. I won't care tomorrow, but I care today. Like you have had to call another plumber for your house in Olathe.
Yeah. A lot of plumbing.
They called you or the water company was like, hey, your water's just been extremely high use. Is something going on?
Olathe Water called me and basically said, hey, look, you're operating at a rate that we've only seen water parks operate.
It looks like you're showering an elephant every hour.
They were like, do you have one of those big buckets that dumps out on kids every 15 minutes at Six Flags?
You're like, no, I don't think so.
They're like, well, we're going to have to start charging you this and this. Because they were like, we're going to have to upgrade your sewage system. Or I don't even know.
No way.
I didn't understand what she was saying. She was a sweet girl on the phone. I didn't want to ask too many questions. I was like, I will get to the bottom of it. Don't do that yet. Give me till Monday. I will figure it out. And anyway, I text my roommates, and right away they're like, "Oh yeah, the downstairs shower leaks like crazy."
Oh, like, okay, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, no problem.
Instantly, both downstairs roommates texted at the same time, like, "Yeah, big leak down there, a lot of dripping." I was like, "Okay, hey, that solves it. No worries. Now we know."
Yeah. Anyway,
so yeah, it's always something, and it's all good.
I have a few. I don't even know if they're really story. Yeah, that's a story. I've been watching the kids a few times this week while Catherine, we finally hired K-Life people. We've been in the hiring process.
You've been in the thick of it, doing a lot of interviews.
The thick of it. And yeah, so the male candidate came to town. We took turns. I watched the kids one time while she went to lunch with him and the board, and then I went to breakfast.
One time he watched the kids, you and Catherine went out.
What if that was part of it? Hey man, we just want to see how good you are with kids.
Hang out with Hattie.
It's I think I'm more with high school, middle school. No. You'll be doing some of this too.
You'll read to Hattie and we will watch.
Yeah. How do you pronounce that word? Anyway, but there was one time, I think I've talked about it before. Bo has the loudest feet in the world.
He plops.
I mean, the dude has, I don't even, what does he have on his feet? What are those things? Like lead anvils.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like boom, 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 boom. And there was one time where Rosie was sleeping, and it's such a thing. Like, our house is not big enough to, really get her secluded anyway. And we have a sound machine and all that, but he's like barreling down this thing. And I'm like, Bo, you gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. And Bo peeks around the corner and just screams, "Don't worry, Dad, I'll be really quiet." I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. And it was just one of those classic, he's trying to be really good, but he's just a 2-year-old. And it's just one of those things. I think I mentioned it on the podcast or on a Facebook group a couple of weeks ago of there's a difference between childishness and disobedience. Childishness is just you're not doing something wrong on purpose. You're just too, you don't know yet.
It's like ignorance to the world, ignorance to your own body, your own self.
He's trying to do the right thing. And then there's other times where it's I ask him to do something. He looks at me. He's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's when there's consequences kind of thing. So anyway, it was just a funny thing. But it was amazing. Catherine does she calls it morning time, but it's essentially school. But
she calls it morning disposal.
Yeah. Morning. Yeah. Anyway. But we read all these different books. And I don't usually do it. I always just hear about it, but it's kind of amazing some of the things that she's trying to teach them. And I'm always they don't understand this. And it's amazing how much Hattie learns. There's a book that's all about excerpts from classic books. And so I read 5 pages of Don Quixote to her.
Don Quixote.
And I was like, she doesn't understand any of this. And halfway through, she starts laughing. She's like, oh, that's so funny. He thinks the windmills are giants or something like that.
Wow.
Wow, you really do get this.
Comprende.
Whoa, ay Dios mío. And, we read about the Egyptians in the Nile River. And then later on, she told Catherine all about it. It was just amazing, really fun experience with them.
Egypt's fun. I've done a few projects back in my day on Egypt.
Is fun.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. She didn't know what a mummy looked like yet. So I got to show her what that was.
Showed her Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that scene in that movie where the spider gets under his skin or whatever?
Never saw the movie, actually.
That's I remember my dad was watching it when I was 8 years old, and I walked in on that scene and I was terrified. That was the spider story.
On the head.
Yeah, that initial scene stemmed my fear for spiders. So if you don't want to watch scary movies, don't watch The Mummy Returns or The Mummy or The Mummy with a Vengeance.
Mummy Strikes Back.
Yeah, it was just fun time with them. We just had a good time. Bo has like this Play-Doh set that has pirates, like it's like a pirate themed Play-Doh set. So it's got like some action figures and stuff. And I played Pirates of the Caribbean on this Bluetooth speaker, and we were like acting like pirates, and it was just a great time. So felt like we've got some good time with the kids lately. Fun. And yeah, anyway, it's a lot of good times.
Love Bo. Love Hattie.
Me too, man.
I forgot. I introduced this, like, I got a big announcement, but first we got to talk about Cho Yeh. The big announcement was this past Monday was our biggest Monday ever. How cool is that? And the week before that was our biggest Tuesday ever. And I think the week with Catherine and Rachel was our biggest Wednesday ever.
That's amazing.
I'm not even making this up. This is so fun. Thank you guys for, I know we've been asking you to like tell some friends. So I guess we have you guys to thank. Thank you for telling your friends. Keep referring us to your friends who might like it. And we really appreciate it.
That's really cool.
It just, you know, Brad and I think you guys can kind of tell, and you could see from the things we're trying to do. Like, we are trying to grow the business side of Ghostrunners more, but I think we're very encouraged to know that, like, what we're putting out on Mondays and Wednesdays is still the most important thing. And it's so great to see that you guys are still appreciating it and valuing it. And you guys are awesome. So we're going to keep making the main thing, and hope you guys keep, you know, getting a little joy out of these podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to buy once. We're going to cry once. We're going to podcast every single Monday and Wednesday.
And we'll get pinched by the guy who sells guitars.
It was fun seeing the comments for the dads too. It's just fun. People are so encouraging of that.
It's so nice. They want to see more.
Yeah. Which I think it'd be fun to do more. It's not the easiest thing logistically, but we'll figure it out.
But still, yeah, definitely possible. I mean, I think
Stinky Steve.
Yeah.
That was funny how he was like, why do I have to be stinky here?
Yeah, I don't like, he kind of gets called that in our family, but I don't know why I said that on the podcast all of a sudden. Should have started calling him Skinny Steve. He would have liked that more.
There you go. We have talked, I have this in my notes. We've talked about wanting to go perform at churches. Do you want to talk about that?
I've had that in my notes for a few weeks too.
Yeah. I think if you're connected to a church and you want us to come there, let us know, or let somebody who's in charge of your church events know. Because we've had the thought of like, that'd be really fun, you know, way to get out there and see ghosties, and also just it's such our scene to like be with these kind of people. And so if you're interested, holler at us about it.
Yeah. Or just surprise us. Go to your church, say, hey, I got these guys. They should perform at Fuge night.
Fuge?
I don't know, whatever their church is doing. Yeah, I think it's called Centrifuge night.
Yeah.
And
one of them's the most romantic man.
So, yeah. And he's not even the guy with 3 kids.
Yeah. So, do that math.
Anyway, yeah, we think that'd be so fun. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want to go and perform? But we think with the type of comedy we can do and the type of like fun we know to have, the experience we have at a Christian summer camp, we would bring the house down, perform at a church.
Down.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. We also had a meeting yesterday. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure.
With the Hy-Vee Arena. Jake had met this guy who runs all the KC crew, like all the rec league stuff, basketball, pickleball, volleyball, all these different things.
Yeah, in all of Kansas City, there's really only one company that runs all the rec sports.
Which is crazy because I feel like people have been doing rec sports for a while, and this company's semi-new. So what were they doing before that?
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not a competitor.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. They're just the best. But they're doing like this big kickball game that they want us to potentially like commentate for.
Like live stream kickball announce.
Yeah. So
kind of random.
We'll see if that ends up coming to fruition or not, but it's like, that'd be really fun. Speaking of ways to like just make things more fun, like summer camp style.
Totally.
So anyway, that could happen. And if so, we'd love for you guys to come.
Let's just keep talking about future plans.
Let's do it.
Another thing Brad and I want to do, initially the idea was we needed to do a sheltered kid on spring break video.
Yep.
And then that got upgraded to, we should go down to like Panama City Beach.
Yep.
We should go to South Padre Island and actually be on the beach for a sheltered kid video.
Right.
And double dip. We could do another like man on the street, like Chiefs Super Bowl parade type video with all those people on the beach. That would be a fun environment. So we could get 2 really, really good videos done in one trip. We're trying to get a brand involved. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Unless,
you don't know.
Anybody listening, if you have a brand that wants to spend money on a Jean Shorts video, they would perform well. So our new idea is maybe going to Lake of the Ozarks. It's like 3 hours away in the middle of Missouri. Party Cove. Definitely. It's like one of those places, like, they party hard because they got in trouble in March of 2020 for still having spring break.
Yeah. Was that spring break time?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that video, but I didn't know it was like college people.
Yeah, I think it was spring break. Probably Memorial Day weekend too. Any time. Anyway, it's kind of a wild place, but so just throw that out there if anyone lives in the area. Brad and I don't really know what our plans are. It's not even for sure that we even do this.
Believe it or not, Jake and I aren't big Party Cove people, so we don't really know what we're doing.
I don't really like have a place to stay.
So if anybody has any suggestions on any of this stuff, like we're trying to do some market research, but it's hard to do with our safe searches on Google. So anyway.
So yeah, there's all just little future stuff.
Future plans. some plans I wanted to keep surprised, but I had another fun idea yesterday that I talked to you about.
Oh, yeah. The road trip?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. That one has to be a secret. Secrets
anyway
are no fun. Brad, do you want to tell me your review of the week? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel good. Let me tell you your review of the week. First of all, I just realized it's a 4-star review, so maybe it shouldn't be.
I know. I read through that, and it's just all positive, so I don't know.
Okay, we'll call them out, and then maybe they'll change it to 5-star.
Please.
This one's from Hey, I'm Just River.
Yep. Hey, I'm Just River, and this is my review.
4-star review for Jake and Brad now. Got it. Hi, Jake and Brad. I have been looking for a way to review for forever.
It's a really long review, so
yeah. First of all, I love y'all's podcast. I look forward to new episodes every week, and when I finish listening to them, I go back. Wow, that actually worked. And listen to the older ones. Currently, somewhere in May of 2021. Also,
listening back to the older ones.
Also, I'm currently in a long distance relationship. I live near Austin, Texas, and my boyfriend lives in Olathe.
Hey-oh, they got good water.
Yeah, great guy.
It'll add up.
Yeah, the water's actually in a drought right now because of some dingus in South Olathe. After learning you guys live near there, I've been able to mention all sorts of central things, like the Penguin House. Anyways, I'm coming up to Olathe at the end of April, and I don't know if Jake will be still living there. He will. But I'd really like to see if I can spot you guys out in public.
Late April, we will be in Florida, bucko.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much for making so much content. It truly is a gift to all of your listeners, and your episodes always make me laugh and give me comfort. To Family Man Derek, good day, sir. Family Man Derek is
not on this podcast,
but we do like him a lot.
We got to see him yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, he's the man. I don't really know what else to say, Jake. Good luck with the wedding planning and everything. I hope it turns out so beautiful.
Thank you.
Sorry about your airport trip. I'm flying alone for the first time when I go out to Olathe, so I hope that my experience won't be quite as stressful. Sorry for the long review. I've been meaning to make this forever, but could not figure out how. Love you guys. River from Austin.
River, you're in for a treat. Kansas City Airport just got updated.
I can't wait.
I know. I told you I wanted to get a TSA pre-check appointment just to have a reason to go up to the airport.
That'd be a fun, yeah. What would happen if we're like, we just want some coffee? We just want to go get some
Messenger is at the airport. Mm-hmm. So fun.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, River.
Thanks, Riv. This one is from just, I don't know, a bunch of letters and numbers, nonsensical. But they said, long-time recti, first-time ghosting. I've already flown through so many episodes. Airport. I've always really loved Jacob Correct Opinions, so I thought I'd try this podcast, and OMG. What's that stand for?
I always wanted to tell you. Orangutans, monkeys, and
gorillas. I now love Brad
Griffins.
too. He seems like such a great dad. As a new mom of a 6-month-old, there are so many little bits of advice I've picked up from Brad on parenting and storing in my brain to use as my son grows up.
Cool.
I love how wholesome and lighthearted this podcast is. Hey, you're welcome. You two are so funny and seem like great family men with a passion for God. What more could you want in a podcast? Brad, I look forward to more stories about your kids. And Jake, congratulations on your upcoming wedding. So happy you found someone. Rachel seems amazing. P.S. Bring the girls back soon. Well, ACCCC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we just will.
Maybe.
Yeah, as we've previewed, we've got a second half of that episode ready to post whenever. And out of Brad's mouth, it's better than the first half.
It is. Yeah. Let's make a decision right now. We'll post on Wednesday.
You want to do that on Wednesday?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Wednesday.
we had decided. I guess there it is.
Well, unless 19 or more people comment, we don't want that.
Stop. Yeah.
We also have a second half of voice memos that we could do on Wednesday. So if 20 people comment voice memos over girls, but only one person has to say, I would really like the girls, please, then we'll do girls.
OMG to that.
I don't know. All right.
Brad.
I just want you to play it. I just want to go nuts to it. Are you ready? Oh, Cho.
That felt good.
Yeah.
That was a throwback to some of people's favorites from the last time we had Blue Walls.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun when it's a beat that good, when it's rap. That way I can actually contribute. That just feels good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feels much more, easy for me to do something with. That's fun. That was a good time.
Fun times, man.
Woo!
We're having fun. I'm
Good
having
times.
fun. You having fun?
Having funs.
It's been fun. Yeah. Doing all these renovations with you, Jake.
Yeah, this is great. It just feels good in here.
We're doing it, man. We're really doing it.
We're in the jungles, baby. You guys see this?
That's right.
You guys hear this? That's a fake plant that's been in my bedroom for a year and a half. Brought it in today, though.
Would you say it looks better here or in your bedroom?
I would say it gets less in my way when I'm trying to brush my teeth in here.
Ooh, you got in the bathroom of
it's kind of in the corridor to get to the sink.
Oh, look at you with your own corridor.
Do you have those things in your life that like bother you and you just never fix them? It would be so easy to just like...
I've gotten a lot better, I feel like, in the last 2 years of like, I'm going to do something about this. Because for the longest time, I was just like, whatever, that's kind of annoying. I'm like stepping over this book in the hallway and who cares? It's like, no, just pick up the book, dingus. So, hey, if you're out there right now, pick up the book, dingus. If that's your motivation you need right now, tell yourself, look in the mirror and say, pick up the book, dingus.
Find your book and pick it up. Take the inconvenience out of your life. And like we've been saying, hey, tell a friend if you wouldn't mind.
Yes.
If you haven't told a friend yet, maybe if there's another friend on your mind, tell them. I'm sure there's something in this episode they would find funny or that they would appreciate. So tell a friend about our podcast.
And let me help you if you haven't, if you can't think of friends to tell. Everyone, like, this is a challenge to anybody out there. Go to your phone, look up Katie. You got to text if you can think of 5 friends, great. Tell your 5 friends that you think. But if you need people, you need to text the first person in your phone that's named Katie, first person named Eric.
Oh,
the first person named
I think
Emily.
The first left-handed person you could think of.
First left-handed person. If you can't think of a left-handed person, find the person closest to Brad in your phone, Brian, Blake, whatever. And then lastly, if you have anybody named Sydney, could be a boy or a girl.
Yep, either spelling.
This is funny, real quick. My dad, he's close friends with a guy that actually goes to my church, and he texted my dad like, "Hey, just had our first granddaughter, named Scotty Grace, whatever."
Okay,
and I mean, has a massive bow on her head, like massive, and has like a KU like onesie, but like a huge. I mean, it is a girl. Yeah. The girl's name is Scotty, which I know that's neither here nor there. That's just the day we live in. But my dad responded back and said something like, "What a handsome young man."
He's got to grow big and strong.
But he said it like but he had a long text about like, praise God, I'll be praying for, your daughter's family and all this stuff. And the guy had to respond back and say, actually, it's a girl. And my dad showed me the picture and it is, just the biggest bow you could ever imagine on this girl's head. Anyway, so just shout out to my dad for being a sweet guy, but sometimes missing the details.
Yeah, so that's great. Everybody loved your dad on the podcast, though. He's a sweet guy.
He is a very sweet guy. So now you can imagine what he's like whenever we tell stories about him. So
that is fun. Also, my watch just told me that sound levels are getting too high during the
lip gloss.
During the jingle. That's fun.
Sorry,
Watchy. Okay, have a good week, you guys. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
See you Wednesday. Love you guys.
Bye.
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody.